All right. Hey guys, welcome to On the Rocks, and I'm Jamie Wilson. I'm going to be your host for tonight. And tonight we've got two amazing artists that we're going to be chatting with and getting to know the stories behind their music. And I think you couldn't find a more different pair of artists. And somehow, we're hoping to bring their worlds together tonight and see what happens. If you've heard these two artists sing, they've got some amazing material. They've got some amazing voices, and really listening to these two individually over the past few days, I can't. I just couldn't contain myself because I'm just imagining in my head a collaboration, and I think that's going to be amazing. So, anyway, guys, we're into the second week of December. So, Christmas is right around the corner. And, Christmas is a time for family and friends. It's time for eating and drinking and being merry, right? But hey, I just want to remind you guys, there's still a pandemic out there. So you gotta be socially distant. You've got to be responsible in your partying. I know it's a bummer, but hey, there are other options nowadays. A lot of Zoom Christmas parties are happening. I know it's not the same because you're not all there with a big spread, eating the food, that you usually love to eat and being with the people that you love in person. But hey, there are other options. So we just got to make sure we flatten the curve and we make sure we got to get through this. And we can only get through this together, not by being together in the same space, but hey, there are other options to celebrate. And like I said, it's a time for eating, drinking, and being merry. So if you're into eating, like I obviously am, and if you've got a sweet tooth, Buenos Dias Panaderia has got the goods for you. And I heard their famous Milo buns are going to be released as donuts. Oh, I need that in my life because I've got a major sweet tooth. And speaking of drinking, keeping my liver company tonight is the Feathery. It's a lovely blended malt whiskey aged entirely in ex sherry casks filled with a deep, complex sweetness to it. I pick up notes from, of apple pie, toffee, chocolate. It's a pretty good blended malt whiskey. And it's something a little more special than what I'm used to drinking. If you need to get something good and something a little bit more unconventional for socially distanced holidays, the Feathery is a great choice. So grab it on liquor.ph and use our promo code. We have a promo code, guys, on the rocks 10. If you use that promo code, I think you can get some discounts, right, from our friends at liquor.ph. So, yes, this is Christmas, and we're talking to two amazing artists. Now, the first artist is relatively new on the scene. She's been at it for 2 years. She released an EP. She just released a new single, Fall in Love, a reimagined version of her, actually, the original version. And I just met her a few minutes ago, and I think she's a very lovely person. And we're going to get to know a little bit more about her and about her music, about her sound, what started her on this musical journey, how she discovered her sound and her music. Ladies and gentlemen, let us please welcome Ena Mori.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Anna. How are you?
Thank you for having me. I'm doing good. It's so chilly here and
I know.
compared to the
So,
Philippines.
so, ladies and gentlemen, Anna Mori is in Japan right now, and it's winter there. So, like,
Yes.
how cold is it?
Right now, I think it's below 10 degrees, so that's pretty cold. It's pretty chilly, so I'm putting my heater on and hopefully I don't freeze to death. Yeah.
Well, here at least, in December, I've been out and about today. I was walking around Luneta Park today for a project, and I'm like, "Ooh, this is nice jacket weather," but a light jacket weather. But I can only
Mm.
imagine like 10 below. That's a lot of layers
Yeah.
to put on.
I think that there's a lot of places in Japan that are way colder than probably in the northern Japan, but right now where I'm living, I'm really bad at cold, so I'm freezing all the time. But
It's your
yeah,
it's your Filipino blood. It's your Filipino blood that's resisting the cold.
I think so. I always say that to my mom. I think it's just the blood that I have. I'm not genuinely suited for this climate. So
But it's
yeah.
funny. I'm a polar bear. I love the cold. I absolutely love the cold.
Oh,
So
is
for
that
me,
so?
the idea of going out in minus 10 degrees for me would be like, oh, I'll probably be in a t-shirt. I've actually done this before. When we were in Connecticut over the winter, there was like a flash freeze and some freezing rain, and I'm outside in my shorts, in my slippers, in a t-shirt, having a cigarette, going, oh, I wish the Philippines could have this weather. And
Oh
everybody else
my.
is like, are you crazy? You're gonna die.
It's so freezing here. A lot of friends of mine in the Philippines, they wish to have cold and like this kind of climate. No, I don't. The aircon freezes me, so it's not I don't enjoy it, but some people do. And actually it's a fall time right now, so a lot of the leaves are turning red and
Oh, that's
orange, which is
beautiful.
pretty nice. Yeah, so I enjoy that, but like enjoy it inside, not outside. Yeah.
Stay indoors, look out the window,
Yes.
and watch the
Yes.
leaves change color. That's
Yes.
fantastic. So Anna, so we're gonna be talking. I want to talk to you about your musical influences. Growing up,
Yes.
all right, because we're gonna go into your EP, into your specific songs in a bit. But I'm just curious, what did you listen to while you were growing up? Um, what are the first kinds of music you remember listening to?
Well, when I started music and the whole journey happened, I was around 6 years old. I started
Oh, you're freezing. You have just frozen. There we go. See, that's how cold it is in Japan, ladies and gentlemen. Even the internet is freezing right now. So she is frozen. Let's see if we can get her back. Nope, I think we're going to have to restart her. So there we go. Okay. Well, while we're waiting for her to reconnect, if you guys, oh, wait, well, she's reconnecting already. Fantastic. See? So imagine if you're in, freezing cold, 10 degrees below zero, and that's just fall. That's got to be insane. So I'm sure even the internet is freezing her over there. So yeah, let's wait for her to reconnect. But it's her EP. If you guys haven't checked it out on Spotify, it's released by Offshore Music. She's got some amazing music, and I think she has a very unique sound. And for me, this is a breakout artist right here because even her, if you've seen her videos and the way she presents herself, the way she dresses, and her very sound, I think it can go. Wait, oh, there you go. You're back.
Oh my, I don't know what happened. Like I was talking and suddenly I just went away.
Yeah,
Anyways,
you
where
froze.
was I?
You froze. So you're talking about it started out when you were 6. You were 6 years
Yeah.
old.
I was 6 years old when I started classical piano. So I started as a classical pianist, and that's where I got most of my musical influences, I think. Do you hear me?
Yes, I
Oh
can hear
no,
you.
am I
I can hear you.
freezing?
No, you're not freezing. You're good.
Am I
You're good.
freezing? Oh no.
I know
Yeah, you can
it's
hear
a
me.
real fear. It's a real fear,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I was like, oh
When
my
you're not
god.
sure.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, so
you
yeah,
were
that's
training to be a concert pianist, a classical pianist.
yes. I was very serious about my classical piano. I competed to a lot of competitions. So I wasn't born a singer, I was born a pianist. And I think that's a lot of influences that I have musically. I think it came from classical to late romantic period of time, where a lot of etudes and concertos, and yeah, and that's how I started my music journey. And when I was around 10, that's when I decided to expand my musical taste and get some other songs into my categories of albums. And I discovered Queen, and that's when I
Ah,
was so shocked, because Queen, it's sort of like they write songs in a melodic and pop, catchy way, but also it's so symphonic, and I think that's why I was so intrigued in what classical and a lot of jazz music can do and influence artists. And I think that's when I decided, okay, by classical, I'm gonna write a song. Yeah.
So
So
at 10
that's
years
that's
old,
how.
so at 6 years old, you started doing and training as a concert pianist for classical music, and then you discovered
Yeah,
Queen.
yeah,
I don't even remember
and
what I was
yeah.
listening to at 10 years old. I was probably listening to like Sesame Street, for crying out loud. That's what I was
I
listening to.
think I was listening to a lot of Sesame Streets as well. Actually, it's a lot combined because I was still in Japan, and
Mhm.
a lot of times, all I hear is Japanese music. And I
Yeah.
think my dad is Filipino, and he
Hmm.
had some stacks of CDs. You remember that CD? What do you call the holder with like a
Yes.
zipper on? Yeah,
Yeah.
I had that, and I was listening to it one by one. I was listening to a lot of R&B music, but Queen really struck me. And actually, when I was, I think, 11 or 12, the first CD that I ever bought was Avril Lavigne. So like that's like an expanded version of like how Western music was for me. So yeah, so that's kind of how it happened. The whole songs, yeah.
So, when did you discover your sound? When did you start singing?
Well, I was always a shy singer. I always knew that I wanted to sing and I wanted to write songs, but at the same time, I always had that image of, oh, Anna is a pianist. And when I entered college, a lot of times we have, songwriting sessions and, just jamming around with friends. And I
Yeah.
think that kind of pushed me to, okay, maybe I should do it. But if I fail, I would still become a pianist. So, I have a backup plan. So I started in college actually to try pursuing what I think my dream is. And yeah, so and how I discovered my sound, I guess, I think a lot of, yeah, musical influence, classical music, but also at the time, um I was constantly listening to a lot of minimalistic music, if that
Okay.
makes sense. Kind of, if you know Marion Hill, it's
Hmm.
kind of like a pop. It's a poppy melody with catchy beats, but at the same time, it's the lyrics are very
And you have frozen again. That's how cold it is in Japan, ladies and gentlemen.
Am I
Are
still
you
there?
there? Okay, there. You're coming. You're
Oh
coming
no,
in and out.
I'm scared.
It's
Oh
okay.
no,
Just keep on talking.
am I still there?
I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. Yeah, there you go.
Jamie,
Hold on. Pray to the internet
do you hear
gods.
me? Oh no, oh
Yes, I
no,
can
oh
hear.
no. Having
Yeah, I
trouble
can hear you. Can you hear
connecting.
me?
Oh no, hold on.
Yeah, you're on.
I don't hear you yet.
Ah,
Oh
okay.
no. Hello, Jamie?
Yeah,
Do you hear
yeah, I
me?
can hear you. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Ooh, I think I froze a little bit again.
Okay. Yeah, it's okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? All right,
Yeah, yeah,
cool.
yeah.
All right. So you're
What
talking
where
about
was I?
minimalist music with pop melodies and
Oh
interesting
yeah.
beats, but very minimal.
Yeah, very minimal, and that's where I got you good. My first single. It's very minimal, and that was my influence, I guess, Marion Hill. And after that, I was listening to a lot of 80s music, a lot of Robin, if you know Robin,
Is that Robin with a
and
Y?
if you know, Yeah,
Is that
with the
Robin with a
Y.
Y? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. She's very influenced with 80s, late 70s to 80s music, and I was so intrigued with her. Also, if it's in a pop scene, I was very influenced by Lord and her
Mhm.
album Melodrama. Like that was my jam that time. So I think a lot of I discovered a lot of 80s, 90s synth pop. Yeah,
And that I suppose went hand in hand with your
yeah.
concert pianist training from the
Oh my gosh.
classical into
Am
your
I
pop.
losing again?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Okay, can you hear me?
Wait, I'm losing you again.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh yeah, there you
Hello.
go. Okay,
There you
okay.
go.
What were you
Okay,
saying?
so
Sorry.
I guess that goes hand in hand with your concert pianist training, with your classical training,
Yeah.
going into synth pop and all that seemed like a natural evolution. But when you release your EP, there are a lot of different sounds there, but it seems like um, you can really tell with your background. Now that knowing your background, it seems a classical progression for me from classical music to Queen to everybody else. You know,
Yeah.
how did you get signed by Offshore? How did
Oh,
that happen?
well, that was actually I didn't expect it at all. I think it was Pat from Offshore.
Hmm.
She kind of discovered me over a live show that one of Offshore member had a live show, and I was part of the lineup. And I think she heard my music there, and Pat was so impressed. I was so shocked that Pat was impressed. And at that time, I was just doing really indie. I didn't really think of um, being in a label and working because I just felt I'm still I'm still not enough yet. You know what I mean? Like I was still starting out, finding my own sound, and it wasn't. I wasn't really set with my whole concept of what I am as a Ena Mori. So it was super. I was really grateful and also unexpected that they approached me and being a part of offshore music. That was really exciting for me. Yeah,
So with your EP, so "Got You Good" was your first, right? What was the
yeah.
inspiration behind it? What inspired you to write that song?
Gotcha. Good. I think at that time I was very shy, and that's the first song that I released as
Hmm.
an Anamori. And I guess a lot of the time I compare myself to a lot of artists that are has been singing for their whole life, and it's just I think that song is just reminding myself that you know I can I can sort of do it if I just commit to do it. And I think it's like an aggressive version of me, like I got you good because I can do it. And that kind of inspiration. I think it's just a reminder before that you like nobody cares, so just do it. Yeah,
Yeah, you got to just,
that was it.
I mean, take that first step. And I love how you're saying that, I was shy, so now you are no longer shy. So from "Got You Good," I'd like to talk about, because you've got some great songs. I love "Telephone," I love "Safe Zone," I love "Light," I love "Walk Away." But when I heard "Break," that was the one that really, I mean, it felt like I my heart was broken, and then you pieced it back together. So, if you could talk about what your inspiration was for "Break." Oh no, she's frozen again. Here we go. Internet gods, come on, cooperate. All right. So okay, so we're gonna be waiting for her to connect. Who would have thought that the internet in Japan would be weird, right? Um, but seriously, if you listen to her EP and it's on Spotify, I've been listening to it nonstop. Break is my favorite song. It's absolutely heartbreaking, but the beauty of her performance in this song, she has a certain note that she hits vocally where I feel, it she's breaking your heart throughout the song, and when she hits that note, miraculously your heart gets pieced back together after she hits that amazingly pristine vocal note. And that's why I fell in love with that song. It's funny also with Enna. It's funny because we can talk about her because she's not here yet, and she's back. There
I
you go.
moved.
You
I'm
moved.
so sorry because it stopped and I needed to, just take it and move it so that I have better connections. Do I sound better now?
Yeah, you sound better. You sound clearer. You look clearer. No, it's okay.
Oh,
It's the internet. It's unpredictable.
yeah,
So I was just talking about your
yeah.
song "Break." It's my favorite song in your
Mhm.
EP. I was just saying that throughout the song, it felt like you were breaking my heart into pieces, and then when you hit that one pristine, beautiful vocal note, it feels like miraculously my heart gets pieced back together again. And I think it's
Mhm.
an absolutely amazing song. Can you tell us how you wrote this?
Well, I think Break was the most emotionally attached with me throughout the whole album. Um, I think I wanted to write a song that is heartbreaking, but also not in a romantic way. I
Mhm.
wanted to be versatile with how, normal person can make your heart break. And it comes with your family, it comes with your cousins, your big mama, like a lot of people in your life that kind of doesn't meet your expectation. And uh I think I collect a lot of stories from my friends and around me, people that get inspired with as well. So I really combined with my experiences with those heartbreaks, and also, a lot of people and what they go through, and how they can't communicate what they truly feel inside of them. So
I
yeah,
think I think that's the tragedy when people fail to communicate what they're really feeling inside. That
yeah,
is, so many misunderstandings are led to that, so many heartbreaks, so many
yeah,
fights, perhaps, and like you said,
yeah,
people who don't live up to your expectations. It could be
yeah,
just because of a lack of communication, but break, I think, communicates. I mean, you're right. It's so emotional. It's a very different feel, and I think that's why I'm a sap. I love these really emotional songs, and "Break" is the one that really got me. In
yeah.
your in
Thank
your in your releases. Oh no, thank you for the song. It's an amazing. It's on my
you.
permanent playlist now. It's on my
Thank
permanent
you so
playlist.
much.
What is interesting with your releases is that you usually release a different version of an existing song. It's like a duality of your sound. Um,
Yeah.
can you shed some light on why you do that?
Well, I love covers in general. I listen to a lot of covers of people and a lot of versions, but um, I tend to, as much as possible, I tend to make something that will give another meaning into this one song, because I think it's sayang um if I'm making another cover of, or like a stripped down version, and
Mhm.
it just translates the same. And what I did with Fall in Love, for example, Fall in Love is such a poppy, happy sounding song. Like I always say,
Yes.
feel good song. And yeah, like that's what I meant it in the Fall in Love original. But when I looked looked into all the lyrics and what I wanted to tell about that story, um, when I was making the reimagined version, it kind of translated in a way that I wasn't expecting,
Mm.
and I just wanted to um, put put something different in people's hearts with different version, and it touches other people that normally doesn't listen to pop music, and that's really like the best compliment that I would get
I
and
actually
reimagine.
prefer the
Yeah.
I actually prefer the reimagined version of Fall in Love
Oh, thank
than
you.
the
That's
first
such a
version.
like compliment. Yeah.
So it's nice that you're actually covering your own songs, but you're also reinterpreting your own songs just to see
Yeah.
the kind of like you said, putting a different meaning into it
Yeah.
and a different take on it entirely,
Yeah.
not just a stripped down version, but it was a completely different feel from the original, which I
Yeah.
really loved. Um, so can you walk us through your songwriting process, Anna?
Oh,
What do you start out with? I mean, you're a concert pianist. My God, I can only imagine what you know what I mean. Your process, but every artist has a different process. Do you start with the lyrics first? Do you find the melody first? Do you sit down in the middle of the night at your piano or your keyboard, and something just happens? Do you write it on sheet music? What's your process like? Every time I
well,
ask,
I
me,
how
oh, there,
I
there we go. She's
start.
back.
Wait, did I stop? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you
Did I
stopped
stop?
a little bit, but you're back. No, it's okay. It's good.
Okay.
It's good.
So my songwriting process always contains with melody first. Like there's
Oh, and you stopped again. There you go. See, every time I come up with an interesting question for this woman, the internet is getting in the way. Come on, internet gods.
harmonies that
There we
uh
go.
uh resonates with what I want to write. So I start with the melody. I go through. Oh no, did I froze again? Did you hear what I said?
Well, I
It's a
you,
core
you you
router.
came back in. You came back in the harmonies of what reflects the emotion that you want to give. So you sit down at your keyboard
Oh
and you
no.
start.
Yeah. So basically, I start with the melody, and I just get I really get emotional when I hear music more than words. I don't know why. It's more convincing to me to write something um that will be suitable to that song. So I start with a melody, and I have this notebook. It's like a brainstorming notebooks that I have, and I have like so many bunch of random things like words, sentences that I pick up with other places and weird stuff. So I have all of that. So I just like puzzle it in. What can I write with with these kind of melodies? Because I always tend to focus on the songs has to be song first, like music first before lyrics. But I really admire people who can write lyrics first because that's something that I want to try on. Like I want to be versatile with how I write my music. Yeah.
Well, I think I mean, since you've been at this for like what, 2 years
Yeah.
only. So
Yeah.
really, the future is very bright in terms of your songwriting. It's nice that you want to
Thank you.
explore things, and you're already just the whole idea of you reinterpreting your own songs, I think, shows a desire to be more creative and to see what kind of different versions or different treatments that you can give to your music. So I think the future is very, very bright for you. I can't
Thank you
wait
so
to
much.
hear more of your stuff. Really, I am just going to keep on playing the hell out of Break because it's different
Yeah.
when you listen. Okay, so I can't get enough of this song. I started listening to it. I got it very early today. I started listening to it in the sunrise, and then later on in the day, I started listening to it in the sunset. And it's funny because it gives me a different emotion. Just
Mm.
looking outside my window, seeing the sunrise and seeing the sunset while playing break, it gave me a different, I guess, understanding or a different emotion in it. And I think that's very exciting because they're very rare songs that you actually can encounter in your life as a music. I love music. I love listening to music, and it's very rare that you encounter a song that makes you feel a different way each time you sing it or each time you hear it. And Break is really one of those songs for me.
Thank you
So I
so
can't.
much. That's such a like biggest compliment. I think for a lot of musicians, when you write songs, you put your heart and your soul into it, but most what I enjoy making music is because people can interpret them all they want. Like it's so versatile for other people feel different ways than what I feel about that music, and it's so nice coming from you, Jamie, that you really like Break. Like that's yay. I'm
Oh,
so happy.
it's on my permanent playlist, really, and I can't wait because I didn't. I stay. I try to stay away from videos because visually, I get influenced because it's
Yeah.
another form of imposing an interpretation on me when I see music videos. But I got sent the link to your video, and I'm gonna watch it after the show because I've never seen the video because I like just listening to the music and letting the music stand on its own. And I think your music stands on its own, and I can't wait to get more music out from you.
Thank you
That's
so
gonna
much.
be amazing. All right, so Anna, we're gonna go into the rundown really quick, where I'm gonna
Okay.
ask you 10 quick questions, and this is something, preferably the first thing that comes to your mind is always, the truth. I'd like to believe. Don't take too much time thinking about it. So it's ten
Okay.
quick questions for the rundown. All right, so let's
Okay.
start with the first question. What is your favorite word?
Exciting.
Exciting. All right. What is your least favorite word?
Toilet. No, moist. I hate moist.
Moist?
Yeah,
Moist.
I don't like the word moist. It's so like I don't like it. Yeah.
Okay. Question number three. What turns you on?
Ooh, chocolate? A
Ah.
lot of chocolate. Yeah.
Okay. What
You
turns
got
you
me.
off? What turns you off?
Ooh, like a lot of numbers, a lot of pies, a lot of scientific numerals. Yeah. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same here. Like math. No, this is why I'm not in that industry.
Yeah. That's why we're here.
That's why we're
Yeah.
here. All right. So, question number five. What sound or noise do you love?
Oh, I like the sound of metal. Like when you hit a metal, like like it's
Ah,
inside of the metal. Yeah, I like that sound. Yeah.
interesting. Okay. What sound or noise do you hate?
Oh, when you like put a styrofoam together and like rub
Ah,
it in?
yeah. Yeah.
I
Ah,
hate that. Like if I was in the room, like I have to run across the street, not to like just to avoid that sound. So yeah, I hate the styrofoam. Mm-mm.
styrofoam rubbing together is not pleasant
Yeah,
at all.
not at
What
all.
is your favorite curse word?
Oh, can I say it?
Yeah, you can say it.
Oh my gosh. Fuck. I think that's my favorite.
Right? See, that's
But I
that's
don't
that's
know, like I don't really curse a lot, so I don't know like other like I don't really have pleasure like cursing, but yeah,
I
I think
think I
it's
think like with the word fuck, right? And that's, it originally stands for unlawful carnal knowledge. But whenever you say fuck, it can mean so many different things. It could be like, fuck, that's amazing. Or
mhm,
fuck, never mind. It has
mhm.
so many uses, I think. And
Yeah.
that's why it's my favorite curse word as well.
Yeah.
Okay, question number 8. What habit or behavior annoys you the most? Either yours or
Annoys
other or somebody else's.
annoys me the most. Huh, habit that annoys me the most. I don't really get so much annoyed with other people, but I think hmm, annoys me the most. Oh, when it's an Asian thing, but like when people put chapsticks, like like people grab chapsticks like this, like I get so annoyed. Like when the chapstick is not like in the right form, and like
Yeah,
they're really having a hard time because it hurts their wrists and stuff like that. Like it kind of annoys me. Like no, that's not how you do it. Yeah.
that's interesting. All right. Question number 9. If you could collaborate with any artist, living or dead, who would that be?
Oh, collaborate with artists. I would definitely collaborate with Michael Jackson. I mean, that's like a dream, and I think if that can happen, I'm so happy. Yeah, Michael
That would
Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Great choice. Great choice. All right. Last question. When you get to
Yeah.
heaven, what do you think God will say to you?
Um, solid yung second album. I think that would be the no. Yeah,
I love that. God will say
second
solid yung
lang
second album. All right.
yung album ko.
Okay, so we have a question
Yeah,
here. So
I
what's
think that would
next?
be what God would
What's
say to
what's
me.
what's next for you in your music? Where do you see yourself going? And how far are you going to take?
Um, well, I think I would like to experiment with a lot of synthesizers
Okay.
in my music. So yeah. Did I stop?
All right.
Oh no.
Yeah, you stopped a little bit. So you want to experiment with synthesizers. That's going to be your next. You've also mentioned that you want to try writing your songs differently, like start out with the lyrics first and see what happens.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
so you've just started in the music industry over the
Mhm.
over the past 2 years. How far are you going to take your music? Do you want to be, like you were mentioning earlier, you're an indie artist, and now you're signed with offshore music. And do you want to be a household name? Do you want to be one of those artists? Do you want to be as big as Michael Jackson?
Well, that's a dream. I would love to be an artist that is, very known. But I guess like what I really focus on how I want to take my music is like if like as long as my music could, stay more generations as possible, I think that's like my ultimate goal for like where I want to be. Like it doesn't matter if I'm going to be mainstream or not. If people will listen to me after 100 years, that would be
Yeah.
amazing. So, yeah.
So that's longevity, definitely. Okay, so we have a question here from Hayam. What can you name a song that you wish you wrote? That's an interesting question.
Oh, um, oh gosh. I think Hyper Ballad by Björk. I think that's one song, a hell of a song. Yeah. That's such an amazing song that I wish like I wish I had that. But yeah, obviously it's Björk. So also I guess what song? If like new songs in pop scene, maybe maybe Lord's music, Green Lights by Lord would be like very amazing if I wrote it. But
All right.
Lord is like the best. So
I have to listen
hello,
to that's what
did
I
I
love
stop
about
again?
doing these episodes that we have, this talk show, because I go back and I watch the show again and I write down all the musical influences that my guests have put down and I start listening to them. So I think it's a great way to listen to the music that you listen to, your influences, your likes. And that goes for every artist. I mean, when you discover music, it's sort of, I see it like a time machine. So if you fall in love with a band, you listen to what the band listened to, and then you listen to what their influence are and influences were, and so on and so forth, and that just goes on. So yes, we've lost Anna again. So that's fantastic. The internet gods are not cooperating with us tonight, but I think
Oh
this.
no.
There you go. Okay, so I can hear you. I can't see you. Okay, we're gonna sort it out. But I think I can't wait to get more music from and I can't wait to see what she's gonna do next, because already her songs on her EP are amazing, on her album are amazing. And the more music this woman puts out, I think some songs, especially the song Break, which is my favorite song of hers, is gonna be listened to in the next 100 years. So thank you, Enna. If you can join us again, we're gonna put you back in. But I think this man, we've kept our other guest waiting long enough backstage. Hopefully, he's still awake, because this guy is notorious for falling asleep. He is a fantastic singer, an amazing songwriter as well. He's mostly known, which is odd enough, he's mostly known for his work in musical theater and on television. He was with, in the Philippine Idol competition, and he is one of the nicest people that you will ever meet, and also one of the most talented people you'll ever meet. It's just this guy is so talented that he is so annoying. But thank God he's a friend of mine, and he also so happens to be an amazing artist who has released an EP, and listening to it has given me inspiration. He is more of the rock and roll and acoustic ballads that he does. He's got a fantastic voice, and he's an all around nice guy. Ladies and gentlemen, let's please welcome on Gian Magdangal. Hey, G.
Hey, what's
What's
up,
up, G?
JB?
Oh,
What's up, everybody?
you didn't fall asleep
No,
while
I
waiting.
didn't. I didn't. Yeah, yeah, because I'm on the rocks.
Ah, yeah. Cheers, on it.
Yeah,
Cheers.
cheers.
You know
Thank
this
you, thank
this
you. What a
this
treat!
this feathery is pretty good, huh?
It is. It is. It's so good.
Really good. It's a nice.
Yeah.
There you go, Anna. You're back.
Hello, Ena Mori.
Oh no, she's still freezing. Ganong
Ena
kalamig yung
Mori.
Am
internet.
I
There
on
you go.
again?
Yes, you're on
Yeah,
again.
yeah. All right.
Yay.
Ena
But you,
Mori.
I feel like I'm
Hisashiburi
not
ne.
on.
Hisashiburi.
I think there's something wrong
see,
with
okay, so
the connection. I'm trying
that's the funny
to
thing.
sort it out.
That's the funny thing. The both of Gian, you spent some time in Japan,
Yeah,
right?
just a little. Yeah, just a little time. Almost 2 years.
What were you doing there?
I was working in Universal Studios in
Ah,
Osaka. Hi. So this.
so yeah, I was hoping, if her connection was better, if the both of you started speaking Japanese, I'm gonna be like,
Okay.
I'll take a break
Yeah.
because I wouldn't
So
understand.
when
I
you
wouldn't
told me that
understand.
Ena Mori is, yeah, well, I know she's Japanese. She's half Japanese. I had to like, okay, look at my notes and go Japanese. Japanese. January 3, 2017. So these were the words I listed down that are all in Japanese if you can't see it, because they all speak Nihongo in Japan. Of course, they speak Nihongo in Japan.
Of
And
course, Gian.
yeah, of course they speak Nihongo in Japan. And I had to learn stuff like atama, which is head, kata, shoulders, hiza, knees, sumasaki, toes, something like
There you
that.
go. You're back. See, okay, so
Hello, hello,
Gian
hello.
is
So
Gian
interesting.
is
Start
Gian
of
is
our
amazing.
conversation.
Gian is amazing us right now with his knowledge of Japanese, and then he reveals that he's actually like using his phone.
Yeah, because it's hard. Well, you. It's amazing. Yeah, Nihongo. Well, I'm a big fan of everything in Japan. I love my time in Japan, working and living there. So I always have just good things to say, and I wish I can say them all in
Oh,
Japanese.
that means a lot.
In Nihongo. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, Ena Mori, hisashiburi ne.
Yeah, that means a lot. Am I stopping again?
No, no, you're good. You're
You're
good.
okay. You're good.
Yeah, yeah.
You're good.
Wait, hold on. Am I here? I'm good? Yes, I thank you so much. I listened to everything. I was just like stopping now.
Yo,
Yeah.
Yotoshi wo. See you
It's
next
really
year.
amazing that people, yeah. Oh, nice. It's just like Google Translate by
Google, just Google, it's Google
the whole
Translate.
time. Yeah. Yeah, it's just notes of, Japanese words.
Yeah, yeah. No, but I just want to share, being in Japan, the
Yeah.
struggle that I've had the most was being alone in the grocery. I think I've spent 4 hours in the grocery
Oh.
just trying to buy breakfast because everything was in Japanese.
Oh.
And I ended up buying milk and
Yeah.
like getting milk, but it was not milk. I don't know, taste. I don't know.
What did you buy?
It wasn't milk. So it's like, okay, so it's got to put it back because it's not milk. Or like,
Oh
or
my.
yeah, or like buying
Yeah,
different
it's
kinds of
it's really
butter.
hard to yeah. It's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
hard to buy groceries in Japan if you don't know like basic Japanese. Unless
Yeah,
it's like a convenience store, yeah.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got like Lawson's. Lawson.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm not plugging that brand, but it's just like
Yeah.
Lawson's is
Sponsored by
everywhere.
Lawson. Thank you for
Yeah,
sponsoring
yeah,
Lawson.
saved my life. Saved my life there.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
Gian, you were mentioning earlier that you had met Anna before,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So I met Anna in so in Poblacion, there's this gig place called Apartment, and there's like a flight of stairs all the way up. And I bumped into you there. You were wearing a beret or something. I think you were wearing like a newsboy hat. And our common friend of ours, a friend of mine, Telay Robles, told me, "Oh, that's Ena Mori from offshore." And
Oh, Telai. Telai
yeah,
was there? What?
yeah, yeah,
I
we were there.
wasn't I didn't think I bumped into Telai that day. But like it's so funny she didn't even talk to
Yeah,
me
'cause
that
it's
day. I
like,
don't remember.
yeah,
Yeah.
for those people who've been to that place, it's like this staircase, and it's so it's like a
Yeah.
really small staircase going up flight of 5 floors, and like you just like
Yeah.
see the other other people like bringing
Yeah.
like big stuff like the amp
Yeah.
all the way up to the fifth floor, or like an amp, like amp and like big bass guitar, like going up and like, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm the next set or something. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah, I remember. So we're a three-piece band. Whenever I perform live, we're usually three-piece. And I remember all of us carrying each gear that is
yeah,
like cymbals. And like the cymbals are the worst because it's
yeah,
so
yeah,
heavy, but like it takes so much space. And that stairs, man, it killed. Like it
yeah.
was like a full-on cardio mode when I went
But I
upstairs.
miss it. I actually miss it. I mean, like just like anywhere, not necessarily there, but like any gig scene. I mean, like the gig scene's pretty, like one of those things that I really enjoyed going to. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm sure for a lot of
Yeah.
people. Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, hopefully the gig scene
Such a cool
starts coming
place.
back.
Hip.
If-
Hopefully the gigs start coming back.
Yes.
I hear that the world is starting to vaccinate. Well, let's see what the vaccine does. But that's the one thing I really miss doing. I'm sure you guys miss doing that too. Is live gigs.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean,
And
online gigs just don't cut it because you don't get the audience, you don't get the energy.
it's
You
not the
know,
same. Yeah, but
Yeah.
not
it's
the same.
something, but it's not the same. Yeah.
So I just want to
But
shout out to a friend of mine, Chino Vigilias. you know
Gino,
s- yeah, Chino's here and he says, Chino, Chino's actually telling me, oh, sleep ka muna, Jamie, because Anna and Gian are talking. I'm like, this is cool, man. I like this
okay,
conversation. And guys, just
I
it's amazing, the both of you are my guests tonight, and listening to your songs. You couldn't be from more different genres. But I think it would be a very interesting collaboration if you guys wrote a song together. I'm just putting it out there. I'm
yeah,
just throwing.
definitely. I love that.
I think that would be
Yeah,
amazing.
that's exciting.
Yeah, yeah. I listened to your
Yeah,
album, Ena Mori. Congrats. Medito, medito. And
thank you.
yeah, yeah, really good, really good. I like actually Break also is what I really like. And
Diba?
yeah, and you like this first demo version of Light. That was like
Yeah.
the last
Oh
track.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that one. Like what? And so like
that was actually a first version of
the
Light.
first
Like
version, yeah, yeah. It
yeah,
was
the first
really,
demo. Yeah.
yeah, it was really good. It was good, and I like how like you
Oh,
have like
thank
this
you.
whole sense of the the keyboard, which now it makes sense because you said that you grew up with classical music, and I guess that's a really good foundation for any musician or artist to have like the greats, listen to the greats, and yeah, like the harmony and all of that. It's pretty, yeah, the voice is distinct, so that's what I really
Diba?
know.
Oh, thank you
Diba,
so
diba,
much.
Chino? If these two do a duet, oh, wow, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you know what?
Amazing.
About Ena Mori's music, as I was listening to it, because I went up to the south to Tagaytay just this past days, and I was listening to it. And one thing I noticed about all the songs, I could imagine all of it playing in a stadium. Like for example, Break. You know how like there's like this called like that stadium mix, stadium sound. It's that. This is that music for that. Like it's like for a big venue. That's how it really would sound really great. Like
I agree.
you know what I mean? Like the
Thank
mix
you
of
so
your
much.
music in general is for like a stadium sound. That's what I noticed.
It's
With
epic, eh? I think your
Yeah, yeah,
songs are
there.
epic. Your songs are
Yeah,
epic.
yeah.
Oh,
So you
more,
need a
Yeah.
more, guys.
bigger venue.
Yeah, yeah, it is, yeah.
Here,
Yeah.
here, here we are just paying you compliments. Let's hear from Gian. Gian, how have you been during this pandemic?
Me? Oh, this pandemic? Uh a lot of ups and downs. Uh a lot of being at home, obviously. And
Well,
a
not so
lot
much
of
being at home.
online stuff. Yeah,
You
online
just
stuff.
said you went up to Tagaytay, so at least
Yeah, yeah, I went up
we're
to Tagaytay because
trying to
we had
move
like
around.
this small get together with Carla, some of our friends, and we had to do a swab test for it just to get together. So that was like one of the only get-togethers within this whole year. So there's like this consensus of like, let's have a Christmas party. You gotta do a swab, like do a swab test.
I
So it
know
was, yeah,
that's
yeah.
the
So it was
that's the
kind
new
of,
normal.
yeah. So it was an expensive friendship. So
Yeah.
it's expensive. So
Yeah,
the
because the
friendship is
tests
getting more
aren't cheap.
expensive now. Yeah, yeah.
Tests aren't cheap.
Yeah, tests are not cheap.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like that, I guess, nowadays. And just trying to make I'm trying to make a living, man. That's as a artist, full time. I don't really have like a desk job or anything like that. But if I, friends like Telai actually is helping me, and then we have like this G Coffee in Walastik. So Pinunag ko na
See,
ngayon kasi I had to plug it now because she messaged me, "Don't forget to plug it." So
I love your
yeah,
tea
yeah,
coffee.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what's up. Just this pandemic, like trying to make a living. So that's really
I
what we're
think
trying to do.
I
Yeah,
think that's one thing that's uniting us right now. That how artists have pivoted so well in terms of taking this lockdown in stride. It's been a very creative period
yeah.
in terms of trying to figure out how we're going to do what we love to do.
Oh
And I
yeah, yeah.
think it's important that even if you're abroad, and even if you're in Japan, and Japan has actually had it better than we have, right? In
Mm.
that sense, it's still a matter of how music can unite us and give us purpose and make
Yeah.
us, give us the courage to keep on moving forward.
Oh
And
yeah,
moving forward, I would
Yeah.
love to hear a collaboration by you two. I just cannot stop putting that out there because I think it would be a fantastic track.
yeah. That
You
would be
know,
awesome,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That would be super cool.
All right. So, Anna, thank you so much. We're gonna be grilling Gian some more. I want some personal time with him because I'm gonna be grilling him and putting him in the hot seat. But thank you, Anna. More power to you. I really will
Sorry
hope
for the
and dream.
connections, guys.
I really do hope
Yeah.
and dream that more people listen to your song. That's our mission here anyway, to spread good
Thank
music
you.
and keep on doing music. And I think honestly, your music is going to outlive us all and last for 100 years. And that's the dream, really.
That's the dream. Hold on to your
Dream.
dreams, guys. Yeah.
That's
Yes.
true. Very true. Very true.
All right. So thank you,
Congrats.
ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, let's say bye to Ena Mori. Thank you, Anna.
Bye,
See ya.
guys.
Bye.
Okay, Gian. Here we go.
I want to say
Eto
hi
na.
to everybody in the comments, Jamie. Like so many people
Yeah,
saying hi.
there's so many people. Hi, hi
Yeah,
guys. Hi.
Chino,
Yeah,
Michaela,
Chino,
Nicole.
Chino's just trolling us, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just,
Hello,
just throw
RA.
it, you know.
Cool, cool. All right.
Yeah. Oh, so Gian, so you've been saying, so you've been enjoying a run of musical theater, a lot of theater work, a lot of television work. You're part of a really popular and huge teleserie now and all that. But you actually did mention to me back in the day that music was your first love.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
what
definitely.
do you remember listening to when you were growing up?
Well, because I first listened to classical music also because my mom is a music teacher. So
Ah,
literally, like I grew up going with my mom to her piano lessons. Like her piano lessons, she teach the kids, and like I'd be waiting with her because I was still young then, and then I would sit in her classes sometimes, and just hearing at home all the classical pieces that my mom would play, like Chopin or Mozart, all the etudes also. But she also made me sing certain songs, like Broadway songs. That's what she really wanted me to learn, like on my own, like just typical Broadway songs at that time, Les Miserables and all of that. But like the first music that I really learned to listen to on my own with my own effort was really the OPM bands at
okay.
that time in the 90s. So I really listened to Eraserheads, River Maya. I listened to actually listened to a lot of Wolfgang, the Weightless album and all that. So it's weird because that's what I really grew up with because um, it's something that was like through my friends, through
Uh,
my friends who played basketball, and then like after playing basketball, tara, let's listen to this or let's make me comics. The whole cliche of like getting the jingle comics and the kinakapayong chords and all of that. I really went through that, and like playing basketball and this is like living in Parañaque in the south.
uh,
So very south south boy talaga ako. So yun yung first yung parang like exposure into music, and then in school I got into learning R&B naman, like
mm,
because of well, also church. So Sunday church, like I used to sing in the choir, and like so I knew some gospel stuff. And then like in Kundirana, I knew some R&B, Boys to Men, Brian McKnight, knew these Donny Hathaway. You're coming from like, Wolfgang, and then all of a sudden I went to all of this like, okay, R&B, man, like what is this? It's a different groove.
it's a
It's
different
it's
world,
like
man.
different world, like from wearing Chuck Taylors to all of a sudden I'm like, why am I transferring to like white Adidas, or so, it's a different world. They're like, why are my pants getting baggier? Because like it's getting to hip hop, and like, okay. So I was like type of guys like go with the flow with the music, and then my church friends like this is a weird way to tell the story about music, but this is really how it was. And like hang out with my friends in church who listen to like Wish you could stand out of the ridge, my friend, like pop rock music, like Irish, and like okay, Incubus and all that. So like okay, so that's a different crowd. So growing up in church, Antioch and Luke, and like new Michael Jackson stuff, and Queen, so it's really all sorts of music, just like jumbled up, and like just like I just went with the flow with it, and like yeah, it sounds good. Yeah, that doesn't. This sounds good, to me, and all that, and then I guess it just narrowed down in Kundirana because I had to sing. So okay, what can I sing?
What
So I
can you
probably
sing?
ended
Yeah,
up
but
with yeah,
yeah, but Gian, you can sing anything. I have seen you come into morning rehearsals. Okay, guys, when we were doing Ang Huling El Bimbo together, we would have morning rehearsals, okay? And we would get there really early. We're vocalizing on our own and all that. And then, Gian is always the last person to arrive. And he shows up. He shows up just, obviously just woken up. I don't think he's even washed his face, all right? And he comes in and he's singing, if you've seen Ang Huling El Bimbo, his first song, the opening number, and he's hitting all these notes, and the guy is not even awake yet.
yeah.
So really,
8 o'clock.
Really,
Yeah,
Gian, you can sing anything. But what led you to your choices of singing? Like with Kundirana, for example, you had to sing, right?
yeah,
All of a
mm,
sudden, your choices get narrowed down. I mean, this happens to everybody naman eh. Like, for
yeah,
example, I would love to sing Led Zepp, but
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
a baritone. I cannot
Yeah,
reach
yeah.
Led Zepp. So I don't sing Led Zepp. It's also interesting how you narrowed down your choices. Your your exposure to music was, through your friends.
Yeah, it
Depende kung
was really my
ano
friend.
yung
Yeah.
barkada mo, pinapakinggan ng barkada mo, yan din yung nai-influence ka eh. You discover new music, and that's why it's so important, I think, to have different groups of friends because you discover different groups of music.
That's
Except,
true. And
your pants lang just kept on getting baggier and baggier because,
yeah,
naging hot ka.
yeah, yeah. But it's just funny because not funny, but at the same time, it's a nice realization. I think I'm just realizing it right now that a lot of the good music or the music that I really like was just surrounded by good friends and good company. Like, what do I like now? I mean, I'm not around the rock stars right now, so probably I'm not saying rock. I'm around a lot of the musical theater peeps because I love them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so I love musical theater. I'm singing "Waving Through a Window" by Dear Evan Hansen. What's it about? I don't know, but it's a nice song. You know, it's something about anxiety. No, but it's like that, and that's how I guess I just like tried to like I got magnetized to these to certain groups or cliques in my life. Maybe
Yeah.
because that's also my personality. That I'm looking for a good time and I'm looking for good company, and like good wholesome company. But at the same time, I know that like I can be better in what I do or like what I love and enjoy at the same time. So I guess if it's not working or if it's not fun anymore, or I guess maybe it's not for me, something like that. That's my struggle as an artist because I want to keep it fresh all the time
Mm.
and authentic.
Yeah.
So, and I found a lot of those validation in musical theater. So it became like a balance of finding my voice as a musician and being in the musical theater, which also touches all sorts of bases in your life as an artist, being an actor, being a performer, being another character, which is not yourself, and which is it messes also with I don't know if it messes up your artistry, but I guess I see it as it adds on you, because a director told me once, he told me, see, Tito Freddy, the great Tito Freddy Santos, he's one of my
Yes.
mentors. Tito Freddy told me, you want to be a pop star or you want to be a singer, or Gian Magdangal your name, he was telling me, you should stop doing theater first. You should concentrate on finding yourself. That's what he was telling me. And I couldn't understand that before because this is the time of Philippine Idol. And then I realized that it had a lot of bearing because being an artist yourself, Gian Magdangal or whatever your name is, you're really sharing yourself to the
Yes.
people, like, to the audience. I mean, unless you just want to be yourself in the middle, inside the room and don't want to share anything, then I guess it's pointless. But that's not the point of this whole. Then yeah, let's do a musical theater and lock myself up in the room or something. But, like most of us now, but
Like
not
most
on
of us
my.
now, that's what we're doing, man. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, yeah, that's what we're doing now. But
No, but
yeah, but
it's interesting how
yeah,
Tito Freddy tells you, because he's my mentor. He's my very first theater teacher.
yeah, yeah, me too.
Tito
Yeah,
Freddy, and it's amazing what he told you. He also told me the same thing, that if you want to discover yourself, you have to stop doing musical theater or theater in
yeah,
general because you're too busy becoming somebody else.
exactly. That's what he said. Yeah, yeah.
Pero iba-iba yung proseso natin eh. For me kasi, when I do
Oh,
musical theater, I discover more about myself by being somebody else.
exactly.
So
Yeah,
it's medyo may pagkabaliktad yung proseso.
but
But at the same time, when you're playing somebody else, kasi you know who you are, and you decide, okay, this is not something I would do. This is like something the role would do. Like for
yeah,
example, let's go back to ang huling El Bimbo.
yeah,
Banlao. I'm not Banlao. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I
yeah, yeah,
definitely do. I definitely crossed the lines of my personal boundaries in interpreting that, which made me feel that okay, I know who I am more because I'm never gonna be like that.
yeah.
When did you start getting a better idea of the
Mm.
sound, or what kind of artist you wanted to be?
Okay, so I'm still discovering that. But for example, just like fast forwarding, because it's been a constant struggle of finding your voice, and I am
Yeah.
still finding my voice. But that's the reason why I'm also sharing about, direct Freddy Santos's his advice was
Oh,
that I could relate suddenly with what he said when I did this, because Places of Paradise, the album, was like an effort for me to really just like test it out. Let's
yes.
test out what I can do as a artist or a songwriter that I claim to be since, since, since God knows when, because I've been doing musical theater and been portraying all these other people. So now I had that chance, and I just did it. I wrote, and I just tried to like get the guts to do it, and that's what I realized. I realized that, hey, if I needed the guts to be another person on stage, then I had actually need more guts to be myself on that stage, write my own songs, just like my idols, like the people I
Yeah.
look up to, because
Yeah.
they're like, I mean, Michael Jackson. You see Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? Or it's his
That's
song.
Michael Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah, or like just like the whole, like why can't I wear this? Oh, because you're not, because
You're not.
you're
You're
a
like that.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But with Gian, like if you're yourself, oh, you mean I can wear rubber shoes or whatever, you can do what you want.
You can do
But
whatever you want. But I
you
think
can do
it's
whatever
more
you want.
scary. It's a little scarier though because you don't have that protection of this is a role.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's scarier because this is me. And I
Yes.
think Places of Paradise um showed us a lot of things that were always kind of lurking there because I've seen you. I've heard you sing rock. I've heard you sing jazz. I've seen you pick up your guitar and play, and all that is in Places of Paradise.
Yes, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
like showing parang ginawa mo yung gusto mo. And I think that's the
Exactly.
first step. That's the first step in discovering your sound and who you are as an artist. Let's go
Yeah,
song
yeah.
by song. Okay. While
Okay.
We Sleep is a rocker.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a rocking song, and that there's a break there that's kind of complicated. So siguro pag may banda ka, ang hirap
Mm.
ng break nun before you go into the While We Sleep
Yeah,
chorus, 'di
yeah.
ba? How did that song come about, Gian?
So that song came about. We were at the beach. I was with Melissa, so my
Mm.
girlfriend, and I was just asking Melissa, "What music do you listen to? Like what do you mean? Like in general or now? Like now? What are you listening to now? We're in the middle of the beach, something like that." And then she said, "Getaway" by um, uh, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay.
So the Getaway, and I'm like, yeah, that's such a cool song. I want to make a song like that, And then like, okay, I have such a weird process with songs and where it came up. Okay, because like I was saying this like in the middle of the water and the beach. I want to make that song while we sleep. That's what I'm saying. No, seriously, it's. I know it's a bit weird, but yeah, I want to make a song like that while we sleep. Like I want to write it in my dreams. Like us. Like so, I was the. So that's how it. That's really how it just came about, and then just wrote the lyrics like in a few minutes. And to be honest, all the songs there I wrote it in a way that I don't understand where this came from, but this is how it sounds like. So it was also given that I wasn't really trying to like, okay, I gotta write this so that people are gonna listen to it and people are gonna like it's gonna be a hit. I wasn't trying to pressure myself. I just really
Yeah.
wanted like, let's try it out. Then
Yeah.
um so that's one genre of what I think I can like try to do or something like that.
Yeah.
So I wanted to purposely do different kinds of genre or different places of paradise to me. So that was one.
So yung Ahon Sa'yo, how did that
Oh,
come about? That's my favorite song.
yeah. So
I love
yeah,
that song.
Ahon. Okay, guys. Ahon, really, dude, you were there. I wrote Ahon just a few minutes, 5 minutes backstage during ang huling El Bimbo
Are you
because
serious? Oh
yes,
my
during
God.
the show, man. During the show, one of the shows, because we have a lot of waiting time at the back.
Oh, ang dami ng downtime kasi.
Kami downtime eh. And like, okay, so we're like, Dami namin nagagawa. So like maybe I could write a song or something. Then I was thinking about our character, about my character Hector Samala,
Mm.
Hector Samala, his character was, he had so many, he was undecided and it's like trying to, patch it up with Joy, and then she's dead. And, it's, spoiler alert, sorry. Spoiler- I guess they've seen it. Um, yeah,
I hope
it's
they
like,
see it.
yeah, I hope they've seen it, Ang Huling El Bimbo. And, of course, the song, Ang Huling El Bimbo. So, kumukha mo, just like this song was really haunting me because it used to be such a song that was like connected to my childhood, and like Eli Buendia, Eraserheads, seeing them in Santa Mesa and seeing, like, wow, nice gig, like the last song and all of that. And then now it's suddenly like the song I'm going to sing in a morgue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the most depressing song I'm ever gonna sing in my life because the love of my life is dead. And I have
Yeah.
to sing to her as if it was the last memory that I could have just like patched up together with her. So to me, as well, to Hector Samala, I had to put on those shoes and write that. And I had to redeem myself by singing or making a new song. And that was that song. And then the tone was na 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 na. Yun lang yun yung iniisip ko yan. Na. Tapos di ko maintindihan. So, di ko maintindihan. Tapos tuloy-tuloy na. Tuloy-tuloy, yun na yung kanta. Tinapos ko yung buong show. So, tinapos ko yung buong kanta dun sa show na
Oh.
yun. And then like, I can't believe this. I have to record this. So like, that's what happened. And that's the song now, Ahon. Also, of course, with the help of my musician friends at John Apura. And
Oh.
they tweaked it a bit when we were in the studio. But basically, that was the whole gist, man.
5 minutes backstage while you were waiting for your cue.
Yeah, yeah.
That blows my mind, man.
Yeah, it's something that it just came. So it's like, thank you, it came here, like, and it's one of those experiences.
That's
Mm.
fantastic. Wow, what a story. What a story.
Yeah.
We have a question here from Gold. Was there a specific song or moment when you realized what kind of music you wanted to write?
Oh, so
Or
that's still my
iba-iba or iba-iba yung mga moments. Like yung una, nasa beach ka. I want to write a
oh,
song like that. Ito naman backstage ng Uling El Bimbo.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So so basically what you're trying to say is you're going sabi ni Chino, buti na lang you didn't miss your cue. Oo nga eh. That's
Buti na ako,
I was thinking exactly the same thing, Chino. But it's interesting that Ahon came about as his redemption song
yeah.
for all the mistakes that his character made. I had no idea that you were doing this backstage, Gian. I was busy working.
I was working on something else. I was working on something else.
So you basically you build from these moments.
Yes,
If it
I
hits
really,
you,
yeah, I really
then
write on the moments in my life. The most sensitive moments in my life, I guess. The most moments that I think would be so unforgettable or something that I'd really like to forget.
mm,
It's really that, and at the same time, it's like those moments that probably I was troubled, or those moments that I was probably really ecstatically happy, just like in the beach. Like never
yeah,
want that to end, even while I sleep.
yes.
Something like that. So it's extremes, but at the same time, there's also this pressure in me that I really wanna. I mean, why am I doing this? Because I want to make a hit. Of
Mm.
course, there's still that hope, or I don't want to. I don't want to think that, but at the same time, I can't help but think about that since
Mm.
I'm doing this as a livelihood. I'm praying for like a hit, or like something that I want to write what people will like, also, something like that.
So okay, so
But
if you're building from the moments, right? And we just
mm,
found out that Ahon was a moment backstage ng Huling El Bimbo, while waiting for your cue. What was the moment that led you to Back to Before? Kasi Back to Before, jazz
oh,
naman yan. May pagka-jazz yan.
yeah,
Nag-croon ka
yeah,
dyan. Di
yeah.
ba? Which is
Back
beautiful
to
because I mean, you in the span of 3 songs, you
mm,
just basically showed us your range, not only your range, but your tastes. I
yes,
think
yes.
that's interesting. What moment led you to Back to Before?
Okay, Back to Before was the oldest melody of all the songs
Ah,
because it was a
okay.
melody that I've already had before, and the song was in Tagalog. So
Oh,
it was initially in Tagalog. It wasn't Back to Before. It was called Di na Muli. Di na Muli translated in English, Back to Before. Weekend ba yun? Hindi, pero parang the lyrics were like um, sad, paano nga ulit yung kanta yun?
eh, sinulat mo eh. Hindi mo
Oo nga eh.
alam.
Dali lang, dali lang. Gusto ko lang maalalahan. Tagal ko
Yeah,
na.
and there you go. See, his guitar is never far away from him.
I don't wanna be bottled up like before. Di ko na alam ang kaba ng dibdib.
Wow.
Sadya, parang yun yung umpisa niya eh. Di ko na alam ang kaba ng dibdib. Para siyang sigaw ng ibong nakulong. Kung alam mo lang ang tibok ng puso. Kung alam mo lang ang tibok ng pusong ito. Tayo ay lalakbay sa mundong makulay. Di na babalik, back to before. Di na muli, back to before. Parang ganun yung nangyari. So sabi ko, ginagawa ko yun. Tapos sinabi sa akin ng producer na, well, my co-producer sila, Pat, in Wombworks, Brad, gawin mo na lang English yan. Sabi niya gano'n, para dalawang English, dalawang Tagalog. So it was like kind of like on a whim type of thing that,
Mm.
okay, let's make it English. I don't want to be bottled up like before. And then like my Hannah stepped in, like helped me
Yeah.
with and it really came about from friendship again, a lot of the good times. So that's the story of that song. Sorry, I just like had to demo like the whole song. Right?
No, it's interesting
Just
because I
remember.
mean, I think you should release a Tagalog version because
Yun na nga eh.
it's
Ngayon,
fantastic.
after what Ena Mori said, like she released another version. Like, oh, maybe I
Diba?
can release English, Tagalog version.
A Tagalog
Diba?
version, which is
Tagalog.
ironically the original version.
Oo, tama pa. Alam ko na yung pangalan nun, hindi na ano. Akala ko doon. Akala ko noon. Back to before. Akala ko noon. Ayan, dating doon. Dating doon.
Dating doon. See,
No, but,
Chino's is gonna troll us all night. So I think we should, we should log on to his Mad Men stream
yes,
and
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 Kumuni
troll
Daddies.
him. And we should troll him. Really. No, but it's amazing that you're able to, take the oldest melody
Mm.
and create another song because it's a completely different feel, like listening to how you just did it now in
Yeah,
Tagalog.
Tagalog.
It's
Yeah,
a
it's so
completely
different.
different song in English.
Because I think
So
the struggle is my struggle always has been like, does this make sense? Is it good enough? Or I'm always like hard on myself with like how it's going to fly. So maybe
mm,
I'm trying not to do that too much anymore and just like trust it. Like
yeah,
if it sounds right, then okay, maybe just let's let it go. Maybe it will be okay or something like that. And that's how I probably trying to treat my music now, because I never really had that confidence with it, because I've been doing some other things that gave me the validation, like musical theater or acting or like singing other people's songs or like all these different type of genres. And that's the reason probably I had like all these genres to choose from, because a lot of it, all of my experience vocally has always just been like trying to imitate or like
mm,
impersonating or imitating other people's things, or like doing a version or a complete opposite of like trying to be myself. So
going
yeah,
directly against Tito Freddy's advice.
going directly, yeah, exactly. So but which I hope it's not too late to realize when I did this. So that's why I had to do this for myself. Like, let's see where this goes. And yeah, then that's where we are now.
Jen, seriously, I think if you put more time into your music, and I know the other things pay the bills.
Yeah, yeah,
I know the other things pay the bills. But seriously, if you can write such a beautiful song in 5 minutes backstage while waiting for a cue, okay, Imagine what you could achieve if you actually set out to actually do it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, like it's always like one of those things that, you know what, I should really just do this for this purpose. Like go there to the beach or whatever. I don't know. That's just like lock
Yeah.
myself in the room or like, well, which I'm trying to do now. And actually, this quarantine, I wrote some songs. I was able to write songs this quarantine.
Yeah,
So I'll be releasing them.
yan yung first legitimate na tanong ni Chino all night. Any new songs in the works? Yan. So
Yes,
he
I
just
do.
said,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do. I do. Actually, I have a song out, going to be out. It's being mixed, so that's what I'm gonna do. The name, should I say the name? No.
yeah, it's up to you if you want to say the name, so we can all wait
Well,
for it.
yeah. So I'll just wait for it now. It's gonna be out. It's gonna be out soon.
But in the meantime, buy G Coffee, and in
Yes,
the
by G
meantime,
Coffee. Wala stick. Yeah, wala
and
stick and
hey,
Kumu. Yeah,
I want a Walastic T-shirt.
yeah, yeah.
I love that.
Also
I
the
love
beach
that
and
thing.
the beach freak stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Any
I
new
think
songs?
I
Sample
think
daw sabi ni Chino. Sabi sample eh.
hindi niya, Chino talaga, he can't even say the name of the song that's coming out tapos magpapasample ka. Eh di,
Hulaan mo
baliwala yung
yung
release.
hulaan mo yung title. O yun, kunyari. Tapos, pag nagustuhan ko yung hula niya, yun na yung title.
Yun yung title. Basta may credit.
Binigyan pa ng rights yun. Binigyan pa siya ng rights eh. No? Hinulaan lang. Binigyan pa ng rights.
I think that's also like part of the. I mean, every artist starts out by every artist who started out a band or started
Hmm.
playing music started playing other people's music, and
Yeah,
then
yeah. That,
eventually they discovered that they're going to write their own, and it's
mm,
something that's part of the progression. I mean, we sing songs in the shower,
yeah,
and then we've just made a living doing musical theater. Interpreting other people's music and lyrics and stories and all that. So I think it's
it's
a
true.
natural progression that if you would lock yourself up in a room, go to the beach and lock yourself up in a room and tell yourself, I cannot go out until I write 5 songs. What
Yeah.
build you can build moments and see what you come up with.
It's really,
um
now it's really like, I have that in mind. It's easier said than done. But at the same time, it's like, because it's like, okay, what do I want to say? So that's where
yeah,
I'm like trying to narrow it down now. What story do I want to tell? What do I really want to say now? So I think that I'm ready. I've come to that point in my life that, okay, let's see this. These are the tools, but what do I really want to say? I mean, because I just don't want the tools to go to waste.
yeah.
That's what's happening now with me. So
So okay,
yeah,
so going after back to before, you finish your EP with Alaala. How did that
yeah.
come about?
Okay, so the Alaala was written in the studio also, uh, like for like 30 minutes, because I told you everything was like photo finish in this thing like last year. Like the band was like, you still got another song? It's like, let's try one. It's like, okay, let's just try one. So that's what I thought of, Alaala, because I was thinking of, I was just thinking it's one of those kundiman sounds that I really, I had like in my head,
Yeah.
and I wanted to write a modern kundiman, and all I could think about was like old memories. That's what I was
Hmm.
thinking, old memories. Ano yung old memories? Yung ala-ala nung tayo'y mag-sweetheart pa. Parang ganun.
Uh,
And yun yung, dun, the lyrics were like, it felt like a conversation, that I felt like it was a conversation with someone before that I was talking to, and that I know I could never bring back, and it could only just be memories. So that was the breakdown of that song. Sadyang lutang ang utak ko sa kakaisip sa iyo tuwing sa gabi. Parang kinakausap ko siya. That was really the
hmm.
dialogue in Alaala. And hanggang magiging alaala na lang talaga siya. Parang gano'n.
And hindi mo baon yan sa studio. That
Hindi,
happened right there in the studio.
right there in the studio. Yeah, it really happened right. It was the last song. That's why it ended up na gitara lang. Kasi wala na akong budget. Sabi ko, Sabi ko, wala na kasi yung pambayad dun sa drummer tsaka sa bahista, eh, puwede gitara na lang, yun na lang yung puwede, eh. So, literally, that was really the choice and then, "Sige kantahin mo na lang dun sa loob." "O sige tara." Parang ganun yung nangyari. And then it ended
Well,
up to be, yeah, parang one of those songs na parang a lot of people liked, I guess, or
yeah, it's an amazing song, especially hearing the background of the song. And I think
Mhm.
it would sound completely different if you had a band behind you. I think
Yeah, yeah,
the intimacy of the song lends itself with just you and your guitar,
yeah,
and the sentiment of the song also shines through because there's not a lot of things happening. Eh. It's parang it's very pure. So I think that
yeah.
worked na nawala ka ng budget.
Oo naman, walang budget, eh. Because when I write songs, there are certain pictures in my head where I am writing in, where I'm writing it.
Okay.
So, Alaala was my picture was like, okay, what would I write around the campfire? Parang yun yung iniisip ko
Oo.
initially. So like
Yes.
campfire, okay, campfire. Dapat may ano yan. Dapat may C chord yan. Parang ganun. So yun yung unang-unang chord. Sabi ko, campfire, campfire song? C yan, C. Dapat may C kaagad yan. Sorry, sorry, weird ako mag-isip ha. Pero ganyan, yan, dyan tayo. Tapos dapat may ano yan, na yung, lagyan natin ng ano, lagyan ng, parang ganun lang siya nag-umpisa eh. Ganun talaga siya eh. Oo eh. And it parang lahat ng mga pagsusulat ko nanggagaling sa kalokohan minsan. Yung tipong, just trying to always have fun with it, always having fun with it, not trying to be too serious about it, because I feel like the sentiment or the meaning already right behind the song is already too serious for me. So like I just wanted to like make it, how can it be more, like let's just have fun with it.
Yes.
Ganyan yung nangyari sa kanya.
What an
Alaala.
interesting it's such an interesting process that you just pick something up and campfire dapat may C. Oh, yun.
Dapat may C na may na G na, na G yung
It has
bass
to
or
be the
something.
most unique answer we've ever had on the show in terms of like songwriting process, man. But
Kasi
Gian,
campfire starts
but
with the letter
Gian,
C. Tama nga naman.
it makes
Kasi
sense.
campfire may
It
C eh.
makes sense. But then see, Gian, that's the thing. See, if you can pick up the guitar
Oo.
and lock on to these moments or these sentiments or this idea that, oh, I want to write a modern kundiman, and
Yeah.
you're able to do that in 30 minutes, then
Oo.
I think it's a huge sin that you are not writing more.
That's why I think I should not write more.
You really should write and
Thank
release more. And even if it's just you and your guitar, I think these moments that you build in your songs are so good and they touch a lot of people. Of course, we'd like, you like you said, you're always thinking about what would people like to hear, what would, be a big hit and all that. But I think if you let go of that thinking and just do it,
Yeah, yeah.
something magical will happen, as we've learned, because all your songs on this EP, magic happened in 5 minutes, in 30
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah. It is,
you
yeah,
made,
yeah.
you made magic happen out of, ay, wala na akong budget, and you made an amazing song happen. So
Yeah.
I think napakalaking kasalanan mo na hindi ka na you're not writing more and you're not releasing more songs, Gian. We have to build more moments. Actually, me and Chino are gonna kidnap you. We're gonna produce this album. We're gonna kidnap you, lock you in the beach, and then you can't come out. You can't even use the banyo until you write 10 songs. You
Game,
know?
game ako actually, game ako sa mga ganyan. Usually ganun yung nangyayari talaga yan eh. Ganyan talaga eh. Even like, yeah, like this song Alaala was just like full of like, parang, there was no bridge. So I was like, how the hell am I gonna write this bridge? And the bridge goes like, makulay na bahaghari. Bakit yun yung naisip ko? Eh kasi may bahaghari dun sa beach eh, nung time na yun eh. Tapos, habang umuulan. Oh, habang umuulan.
Kasi umuulan sa beach.
Umuulan sa beach. Paghampas ng mga alon, buhangin sa ating paay. Yun yung alaala. Alaala, ala, 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 ala. Yung makulay na baghari tsaka yung, I mean, like, it sounds something that's like, what were you on, bro? Or like, but like, at that moment, holding her hand, it wasn't like
Yun.
that. Parang ganun, parang, that's just like where I'm like getting it all from also. Trying to make it, trying to see the magic, I guess, like that's in the songs. Trying to put the magic in the songs. That's where like I'm trying to like where I'm getting at, I guess. And these moments
I
just
think
like
it's
come.
important that we just put the magic around you, and it feels like you're a sponge. It feels like you're parang may antenna ka na
Yeah,
nagta-tap
yeah.
into this
Ganun ako eh.
magic.
Absorb lang,
So,
absorb.
oo,
Oh.
absorb lang tapos lumalabas as a song. So
Mm-mm,
yan
mm-mm.
yung dapat yan, Chino, yan ang dapat i-method natin kay Gian. We'll just
Actually,
build moments around him. So magbi-build tayo ng campfire, papaulan natin, 'di ba?
yeah.
Painumin natin si Gian, tapos i-bully natin so he can write a song like that, 'di ba?
Oo. Actually, yun din eh. Parang, I guess, the songs came out or like probably most of the work I've done have always just been under pressure. That's the reason why. Kulang siguro, kulang sa pressure. Di ba? Ano,
Ito,
sulat mo yan. O tipong, konti na lang yung budget, sulat mo na. Yung parang gano'n. Or tipong, ano Brad, gawin mo na 4 na kanta. Parang may mga gano'n na hirit needs. Siyempre sa band, di ba? Parang, sige, sige, tara, tara, tara. And if it works, it works. It doesn't. But so far, okay naman. In theater, gano'n kasi nangyayari eh.
oh,
Like, di ba,
correct.
parang, it comes out. I guess you gotta trust it. But also going there, not na parang hindi naman walang tools, but like more or less, okay, what can I grab out of the door? Like the first 3 priorities or like things that I can use. Then that's what I'm gonna do.
Mm.
So I've always had that type of mentality also with my work. There's somewhat preparedness na medyo prepared ka pero hindi mo papahalatang sobrang prepared ka or parang ganun. Who's that? Jamie? Did Jamie freeze? Okay, si Jamie kasi nasa Japan siya, no? Malamig talaga sa Japan. Si Jamie pala yung nasa Japan eh. Actually, mga kaibigan, si Jamie talaga yung nasa Japan. So, welcome to On the Rocks. Ako na lang mag-host daw. Si Jamie is supposed to ask me these 20 questions, no? So let's get started with the 20 questions. But before I proceed there, I want to say hi first to all the people who are watching there. Hello. Hello, Micaela. Micaela Atanasio. Hello, R.A. Anciano. Hello. Hi, guys. Hello to the 13 million people watching. I want to promote, of course, G Coffee, and I want to promote Wala Stick. Check them out on Instagram, and also my Places of Paradise on Spotify. It's still out, guys. And I'm also on Kumu. And may mga request ba kayo? May mga request. Ginawang gig, naging gig siya. But like, I just want to say thanks to Offshore Music for this. It's a nice platform, and I really appreciate everybody there watching, and uh, everybody. Also, though, I also want to thank Liquor Liquor PH for sending the feathery. This is really some good stuff that you guys have sent. Thank you so much. We're really enjoying this. It's not apple juice. Yeah. Thank you so much. You really helped us in this episode. We are inspired. There. And Jamie will be back. And of course, guys, I have like this show on Kumu PH also. It's called, well, it's a get together with our friends here actually in the comments. His name's Chino Vigilias, and we do this segment called Kumuni Daddies. Kumuni Daddies kasi para sa mga marami mga daddies natin dyan outside there who who want to have a good time also, and also we're also helping out by doing also fundraisers to everybody that in this pandemic that have had a hard time also. So to all our brothers and sisters who are in need. Like if we also do some fundraising shows for them also. And hello to Manuel Adea. Hello, sir. Hello. At kung gusto nyo, tumogs muna ako. Anong request nyo dyan? I want to see the comments down there.
Okay, wait, I'm back.
Guys, welcome, Jamir.
I'm sorry, Jamir. Sorry, pare. I even misspelled my name. Ang galing ko, di ba? Okay, so I had to switch to my phone because there's something weird going on with my tech here. I guess it is Mercury retrograde.
Mercury
And
retrograde, bro.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on, pare. But you can hear me naman, no?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Okay, so sorry about that. So okay, so dude, let's go to the rundown na because baka mawala yung connection natin eh.
Sige, sige, sige.
Can I reorient my? Okay, there we go. This is better. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go to the run. There we go. That's better. Let's go to the rundown already. Okay, so 10 quick questions, Gian. All right. As we're going through. Okay, so what is your best seduction song?
Best seduction song?
Yeah, if you can choose. For example, we're building a playlist. Okay, and you are creating a playlist. What would your seduction song on this playlist be?
The last time, Eric Benet.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
Because it's
Oh,
the
what's
last
your
wedding song, like a wedding song.
okay, so what's your best ligaw song? Kasi ligaw
Ligaw?
tsaka ligaw seduction iba 'yon, 'di ba? So
Oh,
what's your best ligaw song?
oh, that's hard, man. Ligaw song? That's so
Oh.
many. That's so many.
Oh, if you
Uh,
can choose one. If you can choose one.
I don't know. Just Friends by Music Soul Child.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, best breakup song.
Oh, best breakup song. That's so. Before I let you go, freestyle.
Okay, good. Oh, best road trip song.
Oh, road trip song.
Oh. Song you'd listen to out on the open road.
Weekend, John Mayer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Best inspirational song.
Inspirational song.
Yeah.
Inspirational song. His Eyes on the Sparrow.
Mm.
Hmm. Lauren Hill.
Okay. Okay. Best inuman song.
Inuman song. Santeria, Sublime.
Oh,
Oh
nice,
my
nice,
God.
nice, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite shower song? What do you sing in the shower, Gian?
What do I sing in the shower?
We all sing in the shower. Come on.
Oh,
Ano,
Happy Day. Or like I would sing. I actually would sing Volare.
Oh,
Yeah, in the shower.
volare.
Yeah.
Perfect, perfect.
Volare. Wow! That's such
Pag
a weird.
kung mainit yung tubig, o kaya malamig yung tubig, no?
Because you
Mapapasigaw
don't
ka.
need lyrics in the shower, you know what I mean? I mean, like, not that those are not valid lyrics, but like, it's not my language. That's what I'm just saying.
Okay, what's your best anthem? If you were
Answer.
to choose a personal anthem, what song would that be?
Mm, it would be Beatles songs.
Ah,
Yeah,
any
definitely.
specific Any specific song?
Let it be.
Yeah, that's
Let it
perfect.
be.
That's beautiful. Okay, one for the road tayo. Okay. So
Go.
what words of wisdom or advice would you give to any artist just starting out in music now?
As much as you can when you're starting out, have a vision. Try to find that one vision already. Just look far, like look ahead,
Nah.
have a vision.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right, so Gian. Okay, so last call. Okay, having had so many achievements, all right, from from your musical theater world, your television world, your music, your musical theater, your Philippine Idol, and your music. What would you want to be most remembered for?
A hit song. Yeah,
A hit
ironically.
song.
Yeah, a hit song.
A hit song.
Yeah.
Okay. So Gian, thank you so much. I'm so sorry for the technical difficulties
No problem,
tonight.
man.
The
Yeah,
internet's
yeah.
really weird, but at least if there's anything that comes from this show, which I'm very grateful for, is that
I'm grateful, man. Thank you so much.
I'm going to push you and Ena Mori to do a collaboration if I can,
Yeah.
and B, me and Chino are going to kidnap you and lock you in the banyo so you can write an entire album.
I'm game. I'm game. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. Thank you in
Game,
advance. Thank you in
game. So
advance, bro.
Gian, what's next for you? Do you have any shows coming up? Do you have any Christmas
Yeah.
streams that you want to promote?
So I want to promote well, of course, my album Places of Paradise still out, and I'm
Yes.
also coming out with the new song. It's going to be out January because it takes time. So it's going to be January. It's going to be released January, and it's a single, and it's a song I wrote, and a song I wrote and co-produced also. So
Okay.
that, and also I have a concert coming up December
Oh.
24 and 25. So it's going to be on ktx.ph. It's going to be streamed for 48 hours, meaning there are shows for 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. December 24 and 3 p.m. 8 p.m. December 25. And it's called Gian and Carla La Forteza.
Mm.
Gian and Carla's Grown Up Christmas List. And our musical
Oh.
director is Ronnie Fortich. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a simple get together of like singing Broadway songs and some personal songs also. Personal songs. I mean, like, well, they're personal to me, but like uh, personal songs. So favorite songs, I guess. Favorite tunes that probably you'd like to hear during this Christmas season. So we prepare that for you guys.
All right.
Take it or
Fantastic,
leave it.
man.
Yeah, yeah.
Fantastic. And then, we're always looking forward to things that you do because you're such an amazing performer. But
Thanks, man.
really, we are going to be on a mission to have you write more music. If
Yeah,
you
I
can write a song in 5 minutes backstage, pare, you should really be releasing full length albums like by next year. Please.
yeah, yeah. I really, that's a dream, man. That's a dream, actually. It's really a
Me and Chino will make sure this happens.
thanks, man. Tsaka magkapit-bahay lang kami ni Chino.
Oh,
Magkapit-bahay
edi
lang kami.
perfect. Perfect.
Yun
Mas
nga.
madaling mas madaling i-kidnap ka.
Yeah.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, Gian, for taking the time. Please be safe and, keep on writing music, please.
Thank you, Jamie. Thank you. Thank you, Offshore Music. Thank you so much. Audrey, thank you. Thank you. On the Rocks with Jamie.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I
Ladies and
really.
gentlemen, that's Gian Magdangal. All right. Rock and roll, bro.
Bye, guys. Rock and roll.
I love you, man.
Love you, bro.
All right. Wow. Okay. So that's got to be our most technically weird show to date. And these are just things that I guess you're just going to have to watch out for. But thank you so much, Ena Mori. And thank you, Gian Magdangal, for taking the time to share your songwriting process. And that's amazing because not only are you two different artists from completely different genres, but your songwriting process couldn't be more different as well. But what I think is amazing is that we as listeners and lovers and appreciators of music, we actually get to reap the rewards of these people's hard work these people's talent, these artists that put their heart and soul out there. And I think, the world is a better place for it if people keep creating. And I think if there's anything that we want to share on this show, it's definitely that. So, all right. So, we've got some news for you guys before we say goodnight. So, Ena Mori just released Fall in Love, the reimagined version. It's a slowed down alternate version to the pop upbeat version, which I really prefer. And her new music video is also available on the Offshore YouTube page. The Sulo lyric video for their new single, Sigwa, is out, and of course the J.R. Oka Experience, their funk jazz trio, and their EP called Na Experience Mo Na Ba is actually really amazing. So you got to check that out from Offshore Music. And of course, June Lupito's new album, Bodhi 3 NMRK, is still out and it's still kicking ass. And hey, big news. Okay, on December 14 at 10 a.m., you're going to get a chance to take a peek behind one of the greatest shows in Philippine music history. Offshore Music is releasing the book, coffee table book called Alternate Endings, The Making of the Final Set, written by Aldo Santos and designed by Jello Lagasca, with a foreword by the man himself, Eli Buendia. Now, this amazing book is the official account of that last concert with never before seen photos. You're going to take a peek behind how it all came together. So, really, it's an exciting book about one of the most defining moments, I think, in Pinoy rock. That last concert of theirs. So you get yourselves a copy. It's going to be released on December 14 at 10 a.m. For more details, please go to the Offshore Music page. There's a lot of frequently asked questions, how you guys can order, how long before it arrives, etc., etc. And believe me, it's going to be an amazing book. I have reserved a copy already, and I can't wait to have it because hey, it's always nice to get a book, and a book about music. That's icing on the cake. Also, from our friends from liquor.ph, they've got some really good Christmas deals for the discerning alcoholics in your life with special bottle and bundle deals on whiskey, gin, vodka, rum, and specially old and rare bottles. Liquor PH has you covered, man. And if you don't know what to get them, they also have gift certificates. So if you're not sure what your alcoholic friends want to drink, give them a GC and make them choose it themselves. Also, a huge, huge thank you to Buenos Dias Panaderia. Their Milo buns are amazing. It's just happiness in my mouth. And I've said this so many times before. I can't wait to try their donuts. And I saw also photos of their black crinkles. Oh, I can't wait. So, these boxes of happiness also make excellent Christmas gifts. So if you don't know what to give the gift of happiness. And Buenos Dias Panaderia definitely makes me happy. So I'm sure it's going to make some of your friends happy as well. So, hey, that ends our episode for tonight. Join us next week. Please join us next week. We're going to sort out all these technical difficulties. I don't know what happened, right? But hey, things happen. And that's why I love a live show. You've got to figure out what happens and figure out how to get back on. But next week is going to be extra special because we are going to be truly, truly beginning our Christmas journey by having as our guest a national treasure and the man who heralds the coming of Christmas time. We're going to have Jose Mari Chan on the show next week. So please, tune in. And thank you for tuning in tonight. Thank you for supporting the show. Thank you so much to Offshore Music. Thank you to the people behind the scenes, Miss Hemp Burns and Miss Gully Ghouls. I would be nowhere without you. I'd like to remind everybody to please stay safe, stay strong, and stay sane. Now keep on rocking and keep on rolling. And if all else fails, guys, just let the music keep you going. And if you find out that life has gotten you shaken or stirred or a little mixed up or even on the rocks, what matters most is that you take your shot. So, cheers to all of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Jamie Wilson, and I'm saying goodnight. Cheers.